Boris Johnson has survived a no-confidence vote but suffered a party room result worse than Theresa May did. Earlier, I caught up with our Sky News correspondent Annelise Nielsen at number 10 Downing Street. Annelise, there wasn't a clear result for Boris Johnson, so what happens next?
Kieran, this wasn't a clear-cut result at all. 63 votes is well under what many analysts were saying he would need. The number being thrown around was that he'd need a majority of at least 100 votes, and so this puts him in a very vulnerable position. For context, this is less by percentage than what Theresa May received when her party room had a vote in her confidence, and we all know how that ended. And so this is a very precarious time for Boris Johnson. The one thing he does have protecting him now is that by the party room rules, there can't be another vote in his confidence for another year, but there is the option for his party room to then vote to change those rules if they so choose, but they can exert a lot of political pressure in that time. They can make it difficult to get things done, and they can say quite clearly that there is going to be a problem at the electorate when they do come to a vote in the next few years, and so this is where he's going to face more pressure. The one thing saving him is, look, there's no one else that's really a front runner. There's no other Conservative that's quite prominent who's put themselves forward that would have that support, and the process of getting a Conservative leader up is quite drawn out. It does take months. It's its own little race to get to those two people on the ballot before they vote for him, but this is, many are saying, the beginning of the end for Boris Johnson. He's a lot more optimistic. Before this vote was called, his office was on the front foot spitting this as a positive. They were saying that this is going to silence all the speculation that's been going for months about his leadership since this all came out about the Downing Street parties, and they've said that this is really a creation of the press putting it back on the media here. But Boris Johnson was also keen to put the focus on some of those more important issues to the electorate, like cost of living.
I think this is a very good result for politics and for the country. I do. Just in this sense, I think it's a convincing result, a decisive result, and what it means is that as a government we can move on and focus on the stuff that I think really matters to people.
And what triggered this spill to happen now?
Yeah, Kieran, this has been building up for quite some time. There's been frustration around his leadership, in particular in the party. They've been saying that he's been running a presidential-style office when he should be more consultative with his own party members. But it has been these Downing Street parties that have been such a critical hit to his popularity as a populist leader, especially. What the frustration has been is not only that these parties happened during strict lockdowns in the UK, it's that they were denied for so long. All of this stuff has been dripping out about photos and evidence about what happened at Downing Street, really salacious details about these parties happening during such strict lockdowns, but then also this representation he made to Parliament about the parties, not knowing about them. Then when the evidence came up, not only is he now in trouble for potentially misleading Parliament, but it's seen as the cover-up, not the crime. So this is where he's having the major issues, and this has come to a head in the last week because he did attend the service of Thanksgiving as part of the coronation Jubilee celebrations, and it's there when he arrived with his wife Kerry as they were walking up the stairs. I was there at the time, and you could hear the crowd boo very loudly, and it came across on the tapes as well. So, Kieran, it's hard for anyone to look at that and think that they're going to have success with their base. These are royal supporters. They're core Conservatives coming out and booing the Prime Minister. So this has put the fear in a lot of Conservatives. But the question is now, how quickly could they actually make him move? Theresa May, after the similar result, it took 6 months before she left office. The speculation is we're looking at something similar here.